all agreed that regardless of how we feel, Bobby Sands is the duly elected chairman of the Roxanne Commonage. Is that not so?
Well, I'll say this much.
Uh-huh.
I said it before, and I'll say it. Good evening, everybody who's tuning into TMI. So good to have Mr. TMI, the man himself, here with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's good to see you all. Good to have you all tune in. Well, like I said earlier, Mr. Sands was the elected chairman.
Mm-hmm.
He was the elected chairman.
Uh-huh.
But we had some issues
Understood.
that needed to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mr. Sands was called upon to come in and show himself.
Okay.
Even matters in the courthouse.
Yeah.
But Mr. Sands just failed to show up.
Okay.
So we had a dispute between Alceda Larry, God rest her soul, and Muriel Larry, which Mr. Sands signed a document stating that the land was granted to Alceda Larry. And so the administrator at the time, who was Mr. Gregory Knowles, called Mr. Sands and said to Mr. Sands, he said, Mr. Sands, we need you to come to this meeting because this needs to come to a resolve.
Yeah.
So Mr. Sands said, and it was live, it was on a speakerphone, Mr. Sands said to the administrator, I cannot come to any meeting because since I had my accident, the doctor gave me a letter advising me to stay away from them kind of things. Because if I come, I might say something, I might say the wrong thing. Okay? And so the administrator said to him, he said, well, Mr. Sands, if you have memory loss, then you are not fit for office. He said, so what if this thing ends up in Supreme Court because your name is on this document, you're going to have to go to Supreme Court. So he said, then, tell you what, bring me a copy of that letter from the doctor and bring your resignation letter at the same time. Because you cannot serve in that capacity if you have memory loss. Okay? Which that never happened.
Understood.
Okay?
Yes, now, but mind you, even though Mr. Sands never brought these letters in, right?
Never.
So, which means that, my question now would be, what other recourse does the Commonage have for removing Sands from office? Because otherwise, they have no grounds to remove Sands from office.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Being as Mr. Sands was inactive based on his memory loss situation, we had a assistant, right, a deputy chairman, in Mr. Phil Camp.
Yeah.
So since he wasn't able to do his duties, the deputy, which is Mr. Phil Camp, was doing what the people needed to be done.
Exactly.
Okay? Now, as far as what you're saying, you are correct. But there will be elections. Sooner or later, rather sooner than later, there will be elections. Okay? And we will lay this thing to rest. Finally, we will get this matter dealt with.
Okay, so my question now is, when will those elections be? So that the residents of Roxanne can be a part of that process, and what is required of the residents to allow them to be a part of that process?
Okay. First and foremost, we need to educate the Roxanders, especially the young people, as to what being a commoner is. Because the honest and true thing under Commonage law is that a person must be a registered commoner. And not only must be a registered commoner, their dues must be paid up to date. Okay? Now, it wasn't carried out, the laws wasn't carried out by the books before.
Okay.
And so therefore, we do not hinder our people from their opportunity to choose whoever they want to choose. Or whoever they want to represent them. So we will still give them that opportunity. And remember, you must be a registered commoner. You can't come there and say you was a commoner. You have to have a document in your hand showing that you are a registered commoner of Roxanne. Because anyone who doesn't have that document is deemed a trespasser. Okay? And that blue certificate don't mean you're a commoner. You need a document, a letter showing that you are a registered commoner, stamped and sealed by the commissioner and by the committee.